everything a daughter, a wife, a mother, and a sister should be. She made our lives better. She was selfless and caring. She radiated love and light. And most importantly, she was really funny. She was very funny. That's what we'll miss the most. Her sense of humor was one of her greatest qualities. It still doesn't feel real that she's gone. Maybe it's denial. Maybe it's because we didn't see it coming. And maybe it's because we weren't ready to let go. Even though she's not here with us physically, we still feel her love and presence and have peace in knowing she's at rest with the Lord. His plan is greater than our own, and we know that she's looking down on us. Our lives will never be the same without her, but we hold space for her at every family gathering, party, and even in the quiet moments. Every time we see a hummingbird, a squirrel, a puppy, or a beautiful bird, we'll think of her. Grief is the price that we pay to know a love so wonderful as the love that we had with her. To be loved by her was a gift. The greatest lesson that this loss has taught us is that tomorrow is not promised. We wish we had just one more time to hug her and to tell her how much we loved her and to show how much she meant to us. But the best way that we can love and honor her is to love others through the way that she loved us. To love and serve without expecting anything in return. Her love was unconditional and Christ-like, and only she could make it look so easy. And this is a poem about her and what we think really resonated with us, her grandchildren. A grandmother's love is gentle and deep, a gift from the heart that we get to keep. With arms always open, no matter the day, she gave us her time in the kindest way. She taught us to pray, to hope, and to believe, to hold on to faith when we needed to grieve. Her voice was a comfort, her smile like the sun. Her work here on earth was gracefully done. She cared with a strength that was quiet but sure, a love so enduring, so selfless, so pure. She gave without asking, she listened with grace, and now heaven shines brighter with her in that place. We'll miss her soft laughter, her wisdom, and her care, the warmth of her hugs, her kind little prayers. But we'll carry her love in all that we do. Forever our grandma, forever our Glenn.
Hello everyone. I want to thank you all for coming today to share with us our mom's celebration of life. I had no idea that just having everybody here has made this pain a little bit less. So thank you all for coming. It has brought me a lot of comfort. Hola a todos, bienvenidos. Quiero pedir gracias por estar con nosotros celebrando la vida de mi mamá. My mom had many passions in her life. She went above and beyond to make sure Dad was always well taken care of. She was the ultimate wife. My favorite thing was when we sat around the table eating the delicious food, laughing and sharing stories. The thought of never eating her homemade salsa makes me very sad. She made the best chili. Mom always worried about all of us. She was the biggest worry wart. After our visits, and they live in San Jacinto, so it was about a 45-minute drive from my home. She always would give me her blessing before I left. And even at the age of 65 years of age, I had to call her every time when I got home to let her know that we had made it home safe. If we traveled, I'd call her from the airport to say we were leaving. And when we landed on our return flight home, she was the first person I would call. I no longer will have that call to make, and it's heartbreaking to me to not call my mommy anymore. Our mom loved feeding everyone, as I'm sure you've heard already, especially her grandkids. You could always count on finding junk food in her pantry. We tried to get her to eat healthy, but at 85, she was going to eat whatever she wanted. She never listened to us. But you know what? We wanted her around. We wanted her around forever. She adored her son-in-laws, Sal, Myron, and our newest addition, Steve. There wasn't anything that they wouldn't do for her. And Sal, my husband, even said, I'll take a bullet for her any day. Mom loved the beach so much, so me and my sisters, we would celebrate her birthday at a beautiful hotel in Oceanside. And we made sure that she was treated like a princess. There was nothing I wouldn't do for my mom. There was nothing I wouldn't do for all of us. She would say, and I recorded her saying this, I love the beach. I could live here every day. So on August 24th, her birthday, just in a few weeks, I will be staying at that very hotel, the Mission Pacific, and reminisce of the memories we made splashing in the ocean with the sun in our faces. This brings me to the last passion, her dog, Lucy. Our mom adored her. That was her little buddy. But the day came when she went to doggy heaven. She lost her best friend. And sometimes we felt that she was never the same after that. So in honor of our mom's wish, which she did tell me privately, her wish was to have a bunch of little Lucys following her. And that's why I made it my mission today to make that happen. It was her wish. She wanted a bunch of dogs. And so I was able to locate a company that provides therapy dogs. And I was fortunate that they had a dog that looked just like her Lucy. Her wish was to have a lot of little Lucys be a part of this day. So Mom, I hope you're smiling down from heaven. Those dogs were cute. In today's celebration of life, our dad and my sisters incorporated all of our mom's favorite things. Bright, colorful flowers, her belief in the miraculous medal, her love for Our Lady of Guadalupe, the dragonflies that you saw displayed on the slideshow, and even her favorite food, chile rellenos, will be served for dinner today. Our family spent so much quality time together. Pool parties, where we listened to Mexican music and drank cervezas. There were so many vacations that I will cherish the memories forever. I loved my mom so much. I don't think she knew how much. She was resilient. She was strong. She was my hero. And as she also told me privately, my job is done. So Mom, I hope I made you proud today. I love you, Mom.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming today and supporting all of us, her daughters, her grandkids, and her great-grandkids. The only thing I can really say about our grandma and your mom and grandma's wife is she truly was a guardian. She provided so much for all of us. She was kind and gentle. The only thing that you would feel from her would be nothing but love and love and acceptance for who you are, for what you wanted to be. She looked at all of us, and when you were younger, you thought she was befriending you, but looking back on it in hindsight, it was from a place of love and a place of support. And she wanted you to feel loved. You've all talked about how much you like to cook and how much that meant to us as a family. It was just a labor of love that she would do with a smile. And if you did not walk away with a full belly, something is wrong. Honestly, it's very uncommon to do so. She was just a beacon of light in all of our lives. She was just the purest woman. She was the greatest wife to our grandfather. She was the greatest mother to all of us, not us, her children. And she was the greatest grandmother, and she was the greatest great-grandmother. Talking to Nevaeh, who was blessed to spend the most time with her, she would speak nothing about her little pocket thing, as much as they. But I think through this loss, the only thing we can keep doing as her family and friends is to keep living and to keep moving forward and extol the virtues that you try to teach all of us, to be kind, to love, and that love is a labor, and it is our duty to do the hard work. It is an honor to labor for the people you love, and that was something that she did for all of us. I just want to say thanks again for coming out. I know she would definitely be laughing about the puppy breath and the dogs. She really, really would have loved the dogs, honestly. And that's really neat. Thank you again. And afterwards, free hugs by the playground. Thank you.
Okay, very emotional. As most of you know, she was my great grandma. She helped raise me when Mom was in work or at school. She taught me my first word, which was, of course, Mom. She played endless games of hide and seek and tic-tac-toe with me because I wore her out as a kid. Trust me, she talks about it all the time. She used to talk about all the time how she would hide outside just to avoid me from finding her. Or in the closet, yeah, she used to hide in the closet just so she could get a break from me. She definitely was the reason why I was fat as a kid because constantly fed me, especially bread and butter. But in her defense, she made me work for it. She made me sing I love bread and butter over and over and over and over again until she finally gave it to me.
As I got older, naturally I got busier. I got busy with school, I got busy with sports and friends. But no matter how packed my schedule was, I made sure to see her at least once a week. My mom always used to write me because she told me I needed to call more. But I wasn't very much of a phone person. Instead, I made her a promise when I got my driver's license I would visit her once a week. And I kept that promise. The first day I got my driver's license, I went to her house to visit her. When she went to the hospital, I would visit her multiple times a week. I made sure to keep her the promise. I would show her pictures because I work with dogs, and she wanted me to show her the different dogs I would see at work. I would show her my pictures because I went to the beach a lot this summer. I would show her my pictures of the beach because I knew how much she loved it. But the thing that was the most special to me is when I was a kid, she gave me a miracle medal to protect me. And throughout the years, I made sure to keep it. And I brought it to her at the hospital to give her the same comfort she gave me. One of the things I grew up loving was one of the things I hated as a kid was going to church. I dreaded it. When I was kids, I would try to find a reason to avoid it. As I got older, I started going to church with her. Sitting beside her, hearing her sing, watching her how much she loves our movies, it brought me a lot of comfort. It became less about going to church and more about being with her. Those Sundays turned into some of my favorite memories with her. I'll always be grateful for them, and I hope one day I'll be able to bring myself to the team without her by my side. Losing her is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and it still is. A week after she had passed, my mom pointed out to me that whenever something painful in my life happens, I tend to avoid it, and I'm home less and less. I guess that's always been my way. I'm trying to outrun reality. I told myself that I stayed busy enough, maybe I wouldn't have to feel the whole weight of her loss. And for a while that worked until the day it didn't. One day it all hit me. I looked up overwhelmed by the grief I had turned to try so hard to run away from. That's when I realized something important, that no matter how many distractions I try to put on myself, the temporary distractions will never fix the permanent scars her death left me. Over time, I've gone to see that the scar is not just a sign of pain, but as a proof of how deeply I loved her and how deeply I was loved in return. She made me calm, but her love still guides me, and every act of kindness and every laugh she enjoyed, and every memory that brings a tear to my face, but also a smile. I feel her presence. So instead of running from the pain, I carry her with me, and I know the best way to honor her is by not avoiding life, but living it fully, just like she wanted me to.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ediths. I never called her that. I always called her Miss Acosta. I am her son-in-law. I got the pleasure of meeting her 43 years ago when I came into this family. Lots of memories, lots of trips. And all the different sayings she would say. Going to the river one day, and it was windy. And she would say, "The wind is whistling, Vinny." That was a saying. And so forever, every time it would be windy, she would always say that. Or we would be sitting around the table, we'd start talking about politics or religion. One of the sayings she would say would be, I've seen this movie before. I didn't like the ending. And that was a constant saying that we would say. One of the sayings. It's like she would wake up in the morning, start breakfast, and she would say, "The show must go on." So those sayings are the things that I remember about her. But one of the biggest things I remember about her is how special she made me feel. Okay? She made me believe that I could do anything. She made sure I felt loved all the time. She was just the greatest mother of all. Thank you.
Is there anyone else that can share with you? So fantastic woman, anybody? I know we're all emotionally choked up. Just trying to be a light for someone. Come on.
What else is there really to say about my grandma? Everybody hit it on the head. She's just always been there in my life, and now she's mine. She loved Amway. That's where she grew up. She loved it there, and we weren't able to take her before she passed. So I don't know what else to really say. It's tough for me to be up here, so I'm just gonna invite a good friend of mine, James Renssing, up here. He's gonna perform a song about my grandma. That's the best way that I can give a tribute to her, is to have him come.
Your smile could light up a room. When you left, we always knew it was you. You gave us all of your love. Now you're gone, and we're left with what was a life of love and family. You live on in our memories, but we'll never be able to heal this hurt from the day you left this world. We'll never be as strong as you. God's strength to pull us through. We'll always pray for that day we can see your face. But until then, our lives will never be the same. No, they'll never be the same. You placed us all before self. That was you, dedicated to help. A warm meal or a gentle hand. Every every day we'll cherish what we had. We'll never be able to heal this hurt from the day you left this world. We'll never be as strong as you. God's strength will pull us through. We'll always pray for that day we can see your face. Until then, our lives will never be the same. Will never be the same. No. Broke the mold when He made you. We thank God that He gave you. With us, you'll forever be. Even though we'll never be able to heal this hurt from the day you left this world, never be as strong as you, but God's strength will pull us through. We'll always pray for that day we can't see your face, but until then our lives will never be. Oh no. Till then